Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius reading for December 12th, 2023. It's your moon, so this should be something stellar for you. Let's have a look. The direction the reading is going in is happy success. Nice. So that is good. Number 8, so there's a lot of energy behind it, and this is your consciousness. And so when we are aware of happiness and success, then we attract that as well, which is the number of 8. It is like a swift moving frequency. Everything moves swiftly and with force, with power. It's a very powerful number, number 8. Yeah, happy success. So let's see where your focus is concerned in regards to happy success. Nice. I'm glad this is a good moon for you. Okay, so it can be in the realm of the Queen of Swords. So this may be somebody around you that's helping you in a successful way, or you could be very detail-oriented. You can be, this is for me the Virgo card, so you may be happy with the female in your life who's sort of the quintessential female, that's Virgo. But also very detail-oriented, a critical thinker. They can have sharp words as well, but they have a sharp mind. And the success could be clearing your head, right? A clear head, clarity of thought, understanding things at a very deep level. Intelligence with the Queen of Swords. But you're either behaving that way or you're focusing on somebody like that. The Queen of Swords can be a bit harsh, but we're looking at happy success. So I think it can be something more along the lines of communication, right? We're communicating happier. Okay. Let's go further. I'm going to lay out all the cards first, like I did the last time. This first column is where you find yourself at the time of the new moon, or something that is just getting started around the new moon. The second column is you and how you're dealing, how you're behaving within the situation. And the last column is the probable outcome of the situation. And I say probable because sometimes we can change things, and sometimes we cannot. If it's a lesson that we need to learn, or something that we wanted to experience before we came here, chances are momentum can't be stopped. But if it isn't, then we have that ability. It's always both. We live in a dualistic world. Up, down, left, right, black, white, etc., etc. We always have polarities. All right, so let's have a quick look here. The first column, where you find yourself, or what is beginning, is obvious here with the World card. The World card is a major cycle that is ending, and we're finishing up the year here. And it's like a level up, it's a graduation card. So after that, we're leveling up, moving to the next stage, which is quite victorious as far as I can tell. There may be some minor blocks to moving on to this next cycle for now, but they're small. They're little details and little things. And remember, detail-oriented Queen of Swords. Little things that you need to clean up before you can move on to the next level. Now the Magician card, the Magician has one of these wands. By the end of the cycle, because this is the very last card, then you are more well-balanced, and you have both wands in your hands, and you're ready to move on to the next big level. The Six of Wands is victory in group situations, so this can be with a group of people. There's happiness, there's merriment. It's a small step, or it's a small victory. You can take a small victory lap, but with the idea that you know that there are there's more to go, right? We're at number 6. We're not fully at 10 of Wands yet. So we have a small victory. After a period of pressure, after a period of difficulty, because this is the card of valor, right? And we're coming from the energy of 5 before 6, and 5 is that unstable, instability, the roller coaster ride kind of energy. Okay. Maybe you are a father, or there is fatherhood. Maybe you're somebody in authority. The Emperor card is definitely, definitely somebody who's in authority. They can rule with an iron fist, or they can rule with an iron fist, but they can also make rules for the good of everyone involved, and hopefully that's the direction we're going here. We are looking for foundation with the Emperor. But it's interesting because Osho has a really interesting take on the Emperor. Yes, authority, but he calls him the rebel because he uses his energy to use his authority in the way that he believes he should. He has the ability to not be like everybody else, to be true to himself. And that's the Emperor. And it is associated with Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and so they have no one to compare themselves to. They're the trailblazers, right? So in a way, this is kind of like be true, be you, and you'll find success and happiness in this next cycle that's coming up. But also shore up your foundations, right? Make sure you have good, strong foundations. Because the card also says that at some point, if the foundations weren't built properly, you'll have to go and do them again. And so you want good foundations for this new cycle. And that's probably why we're doing the Queen of Swords here, right? Because she is the small details. Now, you're behaving like the Empress, and that's a great card. First of all, we have the parental units here, right? We have father and we have mother. So we can be dealing with parents, or we can be a parent. Maybe you are pregnant, maybe you're giving birth. Maybe it is new creative endeavors, because 3 is a creative number, and the Empress is the creation or the creative principle, right? She comes before the Emperor. She's a little more advanced, and she's more important. She's the creative principle that he uses, right, to set those foundations. But she's that principle. It's very often when you have the Empress card in your section, and how you're behaving, people are catering to you. You get what you want. People will, they hold you up on a pedestal. They think you're the ant's pants. They bring you your cup of tea or cup of coffee and, cookie, or they make sure that you're comfortable and well-fed and well-rested. You get to be, it's kind of like queen for the day energy. And so, and you have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. And that is because we have faced our fears. We faced something and we're better for it. And we get rewarded for it. So that's really nice. And you have the happy success card there, so you must have done something wonderful. And these can be messages that you send out, but it is an excitable energy. It's passionate, and it can get people excited around you. We're using passion here with the fire sign, or with the fire suit, rather. And that can also be maybe announcements of pregnancy, right? Or of creative endeavors. These can be sending out announcements. Maybe they're birth announcements or something like that. It's really nice. The 2 of Wands is choice. 2 is always about choice. But this is a choice of passion. and kind of looking out into the outer world to see where your passion can fit. Maybe you're looking to move house or travel, because we have the World card here as well. Maybe we are heading to parents' homes, and we're going to be pampered there over the holiday season. Or maybe we're heading to parents' homes and we're going to pamper parents. That can also be something that's going on here, Sagittarius. But you have joy and merriment with the Three of Cups. It's gratitude and things to be grateful for. This is a great new moon for you. There's a lot of happiness and good foundations and good people around you. There is some critical thinking, though, with the Queen of Swords, but there's happiness that abounds here. And so for me, it feels more like communicating clearly, getting clarity. Again, you have a very interesting pairing with the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor. We're ending on 2 4s here, which brings some solidity. This is the Sun in Capricorn card, the Four of Pentacles. And Capricorn wants to empower themselves and empower others. And again, we're looking for good, strong foundations. Now, this is on a higher level, right? So rules and regulations and how we set up. And in any, let's say, any relationship, we have to have good, strong foundation. Even if we're having children, we want to have those good rules and regulations. This is how we're going to bring up the child, that kind of thing. And the Four of Pentacles is making sure that we have good financial foundations. Sometimes it can be holding back. Maybe you're holding back something, but every card here is very positive. I think 2 of Wands is neutral. I don't think it's happy or sad either way. It's just making plans. But we're making those plans to have some good financial foundations. So if you are pregnant, you are giving birth, you're probably like, okay, well, let's start a savings so that by the time he's old enough, he'll have a good amount of money to decide whether, he wants to go to college, technical school, travel the world, right, with that. But he'll have some foundation. But it can also be just the foundation of principles, right? And the empowerment of others. And when you have that Three of Cups with that, those are the muses, right? That's something to be grateful for. It's the joie de vivre, the joy of life. So this is happy success. This is really nice. For some reason, I want to pull one more card for the Queen of Swords. And I think because I want to get a little bit more on her. Okay, so sometimes she can give no answers, but this may be dealing with authority figures, that kind of thing. But it can be a no answer. However, everything is so nice here. I really don't feel like that's the situation, unless no means happy success, right? And that's also possible. A no answer can be just what you wanted to hear. But you may be working with large organizations. This can be marriage, right? Because it is Taurus, so it can be marriage. It can be a home that we're trying to organize and get ready for. Maybe we're moving house. It can be banks. It can be that kind of thing. It's really authority figures. But it can also be blocks and the need to ask permission. But the Queen of Swords doesn't work so well with blocks, and she's pretty good about moving through them. And I would say something like a bull in a china shop if the Aquarius feels held back at all, because Aquarius is about freedom, ultimate freedom. Okay, I have to ask, what does Spirit want you to know? I don't have all my decks with me here, but I have this very old deck. It's more than 25 years old. It's a unicorn deck, and it was gifted to me by some really lovely British people where I was studying at the Arthur Findlay College for Mediumship. So it's got a special place in my heart. So I am going to share it with you. You have the Archangel Gabriel call in the pure white light. And in a way, that kind of is what he's doing here. This is happy success. I'm going to say the same thing here. If there is any situation that you feel worried about, especially with that Four of Pentacles, because that's kind of holding on, a little bit like, I'm not going to spend money anymore because, we have our child's education to think about, that kind of thing. Call in the pure white light. When you find yourself in a spot, right, then you just... it's like a purification energy, right? And white is all-encompassing. White is no separation, right? If everything was pure white light, there was no separation, you wouldn't see things. And so we need the shadow, we need the dark to make out what something is. In contrast, right? We need the contrast. But this is kind of like pulling that energy back all together and unifying situations on a bigger level. 9, 10, 11, 12 is 3. So 39, it's a 3 number, but it's also 3 and 9. So those are magic numbers, very Tesla. And how this particular universe works, the creative potential, right? Number 3. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. It's a very happy reading. It feels very light and happy success. So I wish you more happy success. Thank you for listening. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. Take care for now. Bye.